up, family? It's your boy Henny and
Sabrinah.
And we're back at it again, man. Brand new parenting update. Let's get into it, man. This is a offset of our usual the update that we drop every single week on YouTube. This one is a parenting conversation. We just saw and had such great feedback from our last one that we did, all led by her and her initiative that she's taken on. So it's amazing to see that people are like, yo, responding to it and actually watching it. So we wanted to bring it back. We have 3 new topics we want to discuss, all related to parenting tips and updates. So let's get into it, babes.
If you guys don't already know, we have 3 kids, 3 different ages, 3 different stages. So we have Yolani, who's turning 2, Savory, who's turning 3, and Netai, who's turning 5. So as you parents know, we are hitting a bunch of different milestones at a time.
Yep.
Topic number 1 that we're going to talk about is sleep training tips.
Okay.
This is huge for us.
Yep.
Huge, because I feel like that's how we keep our sanity within our relationship.
Definitely. Parents need their sleep, time to decompress, and having children at such young ages that still need obviously the sleep training. Figuring that out as soon as possible is definitely key, and definitely something that all of us struggle with. So yeah. Not
all kids are the same. So I guess what we can do is just give you guys tips on what worked and still works for us when it comes to putting our child down to sleep, keeping them asleep.
Okay.
Why don't you give some tools that we use?
Blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Blackout curtains is the first tip that I can definitely drop for any parents. Once she found that out and it's like, okay, we need this in our place, bam, we got it. And it's definitely helpful. Definitely helpful.
Yep.
Another one that we have is a white noise machine. That noise is just soothing for them, and invested heavily in different machines that work perfectly. We have one that's perfect right now.
We use the Hatch. So we use the Google Home Before, which does a 12-hour like white noise, which is great, but we have the Hatch just because it's also an alarm clock, and we don't really use it, but it's nice that it stops when we turn it off. Plus, our kids know how to say, "Hey Google." So keep that in mind. Another tip to say about sleep, obviously the sleep environment is very important, but also establishing a nighttime and a morning routine, because kids love routine. For us, we have just found that our kids go to sleep easier and wake up nicer when they can kind of predict what's coming.
Yeah, definitely. That routine is so important.
Yeah. Knowing
what time kids go down to sleep and they know as well, and what time to wake up, etc. is just allowed like the regressions to be such smaller. I would put that number 1 actually as the best tip for sure. The routine. Routine
is essential. But anyways, if you guys want to hear more about how exactly we do our sleep routine and the exact environment in which we set up for our kids, drop a comment below. Maybe we should do a video about that.
Let's do a nighttime routine.
Vlog.
Nighttime routine?
Yeah.
Let's drop it.
Okay,
there you go. We'll link that next.
Soon.
There you go. Look at that.
Next topic.
Number 2, navigating screen time. This is a challenge I think all parents have to deal with eventually. Especially now.
Like 2025 is crazy.
And Netai's 4 turning 5, so especially now at this age is kind of where they start wanting to watch different things. And yes, we did introduce an iPad early. We mitigate the timing, that's what we're going to talk about, but we are proponents of having digital products. We're not proponents of not having any of that and ostracizing them and thinking that we live as Amish lives or something. We don't do that.
And the reality of it is as much as them playing outside all day every day would be great, we are also on our devices, and I just don't think it's fair for them to see us on our devices and not feel as though they have that opportunity to also watch shows, or feel like they have to grow up in order to meet that.
The same way we manage it in our lives, they have to find a way to manage it in their lives. And
Exactly.
I think that's what's important.
I find that if you keep taking things away from a child or you keep withholding something, they start to want it a little bit more. That I kind of saw with Savory, that I feel like he just wants the idea of an iPad because he sees his brother on it. The iPad is a last resort. The iPad is, oh gosh, I just finished running. Tap into that one.
Right? That's your body telling you you're doing something that you're not used to. You gotta get that body introduced to it, meet it there, and make sure it knows this is where you want the standard to be. You understand me? You make this your standard. This is nothing. Keep going. You didn't even say it. You haven't told me to stop yet. That means you know you can go further than this. Go further. Push yourself. You understand me? You talk about this all the time. You're the best. Say I'm the best.
I'm the best.
That's what I'm going to show you. You're the best.
Let me just chill for 15 minutes, watch my iPad, have a little bit of snacks until my brother comes home.
He gets that after he's come home, he's done his exercise and training, he's done his activity workbook, and then it's like you get 20 minutes of iPad time while daddy or mommy goes to get Savory from daycare. And when we get back, iPad time's done.
And I will say, like, nap times for the other kids, when you need some quiet time, like, I completely get giving them the iPad, because It's also an educational tool.
Yeah.
It depends on, I guess, what the kids are watching, but as parents, it's very important that we monitor, just understanding, okay, what is my son watching? What games does he have access to on his iPad?
Yeah.
Natai has Kidopia, and Kidopia is a very pretend, imaginative play game where, I don't know if you guys can hear Yaya in the background.
Woke up from her nap, real parenting right now. So you have to go get her soon, so.
Sorry, so
No, you're good.
But
I
think it's important for parents to be involved in iPad time. Henny and I think have done pretty good in being able to manage what Natai watches and what he doesn't watch.
Mm-hmm.
And also his interests, Dogman, educational stuff like alpha blocks and number blocks. Which we've only seen huge benefits from. Like his math skills are crazy, as much as we give that to him, we also give it to the repetition of number blocks. So if y'all haven't tapped into number blocks, definitely tap in.
Yeah. And I think the key takeaways is, one, make sure you watch what they're watching and know what they're watching and consuming. 2 is mitigate and manage the times. That's it. Like, that's the main thing. We're managing our time. We're watching what they're programming and what's going on in his iPad, and we're also managing how much time he's watching it. So that's the key thing. I think that's the best tip we can give to any parents.
Okay, Henny left. We went to go get the screaming baby. So it's just me. She doesn't wake up crying, she wakes up screaming. Which actually goes to our next topic. Building emotional intelligence. So I will say that the best way we could hope for kids to have emotional intelligence is for us to have it as parents. It is very important that we are modeling behaviors that we want our children to have. And that includes when we decide to get angry, when we decide to yell, when we decide to cry or get frustrated, and how exactly we take that out on ourselves or on our family. At the end of the day, kids do learn from their parents. We're their first role models. If you're not opening up the conversation to emotional intelligence for your children, you're just brushing it under the rug, they're never really gonna learn it. So I think that would be number one, is actually modeling that behavior and being the first example to, okay, well, when mommy gets frustrated, she does this, this, this. Maybe she takes space. When daddy gets frustrated, maybe he kind of zones out. Maybe he
usually go to the washroom.
Maybe he goes to the washroom and spends an hour in there.
Yeah. Dads, you know what you be doing. No, we're hiding.
Dirty.
One of the key things as well when it comes to this topic specifically is that for me, I've learned through her and through the kids and trying to obviously nurture them and grow them, is learning all the deficiencies in myself and how I'm also lacking and how I can change and ideally give them the proper tools to deal with their emotions better.
And just kind of dialing into that, I think also understanding the emotions people are feeling is important too. Just because I get frustrated doesn't necessarily mean I'm mad. Could mean I'm sad. It could mean, just like you said, I had a really bad day and now little things are ticking me off. As much as modeling behavior is very important, understanding the emotions either you're feeling or your children are feeling and giving them words to express that is also very important. Natai woke up today and he was very frustrated. And I had to dial back a little bit to see exactly why he was frustrated. Even giving them the appropriate language. Are you upset because you forgot what you were gonna say? Are you frustrated because they're bothering you? Yeah. Maybe she woke up in the middle of the night. Are you tired? So giving them the vocabulary will help them also understand and be able to ride the waves of their emotions rather than feeling like everything's clumped into one, and when I'm frustrated I'm supposed to cry, right? Rather than when I'm frustrated, maybe I do some jumpy jacks, maybe I take some space, maybe I go use the washroom, wash my face, maybe I take time by myself. Like, giving them the tools is so important.
Watch Inside Out.
There's a certain scene in there which I absolutely love, and it's about sadness is always pushed to the side, but what's her name, Joy, finally realizes that in order to feel joy, to be happy, there's some kind of sadness that you need to build that confidence to be able to overcome it. So, just like I was kind of saying, you need to be able to feel and express these emotions and give them a vocabulary, give them language in order to understand them. And for emotional intelligence for our kids and their well-being, it's so important.
That's it, man. That's it, man. That's it. That's and I think that's a great place for us to leave up on. Like we mentioned before, this is just an offshoot of our regular update that we usually drop on YouTube, just kind of discussing ourselves and our family. And if you guys, feel like joining us and having a great conversation, drop a comment below. We're just gonna keep doing this YouTube thing until we figure it out and put out the best content possible. We're just trying to grow our family, and we want you guys to see what we got going on, because then we can watch it back and be like, yeah, we did that. You know what I mean? We started right there.
Yeah, we did that.
But yeah, it's your boy Henny Nose and
Sabrinah.
and baby Yaya, who just woke up from a nap crying.
Hi.
He's pissed. He needs milk, fam. Let's go.
We have to go.
We have to go too. All right, y'all.
Okay.
Peace out.